What's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Valaverse action figure review set on the Action Force Series 3 female wave of Killswitch, Steel Brigade, Pandora, and Eclipse. These are all looking very nice so far, and we get some nice images of the characters on the side of the packaging over here, along with their names. Not looking too bad at all. And then on the back, you have this group shot right here with the artwork, looking pretty sweet. And then there's read-ups and bios on the back for each of the characters, so if you want to check it out for Killswitch, go ahead and read it and pause it right now. There it is for Steel Brigade. If you want to read it, pause it right now. There it is for Pandora. If you want to read it, pause it right now. And then there's a read it for Eclipse. If you want to read that one, go ahead and pause it right now. You also get action points right there if you want to cut those out. And you can follow Valaverse on social media. I'll put a link in the description below. Get Action Force logos on the side of the boxes right over there. You get Action Force written on the top of all of them. And not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack these things open. But first, if you're trying to get your Action Force figures, you can do so at
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's all 4 figures out of the packaging. And I must say, these figures look pretty good. They look beautiful, and I do like their posability. I also have issues with their posability, so they are not perfect figures. There are things to discuss that I don't like about them, but for the most part, these are pretty sweet. Anyway, let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figures. So in the center right here is more or less the accessories that we get with Killswitch, Eclipse, and Steel Brigade. Those 3 figures have these particular sets of hands with the fisted hands, the trigger sticking out hands, the weapon holding hands, and the palming hands. They each have their own small knife right here, which I'm pretty sure we've seen before. I really like those silver paint apps right there, looking really good. They each come with their own handgun, which have a holster on each figure, which look great. And then this one right here is for Eclipse. This is a larger gun right there. And then you have the same weapon with different paint applications right here for the Steel Brigade figure. And all 3 of these figures each have 3 magazines, so that's pretty cool, and you can see them on the figures. And then Killswitch over here has these 2 different larger guns. She comes with 3 magazines right here as well. You can see one is put in there. You can see she also comes with this gun right over here. And then all 4 of them come with this base right over here too, and you could put a card right there if you want to. Now Pandora does have the same assortment of hands, but they are sculpted differently. They have these cool little wraps on them, and I think they look fantastic. Love the paint detail on these too. I do not like switching out the hands though. You do have to heat them up every time, so they're very stiff in there, and I tend to just leave them with the trigger finger hands. Those tend to be just fine, but yeah, that's one of the annoying things about these figures is that you constantly have to heat them up. You have this nice looking knife right over here though. I really dig this one. This is unique for Pandora, which is my favorite one out of the 4. And then you can see she has 2 handguns right over here, both looking really good. And you can port in Valaverse effects parts in there too. And then Pandora comes with these 2 weapons as well. No storage for this thing at all. That would have been nice to have, or for this one obviously, but yeah, both very cool looking. So Pandora is definitely the most unique out of the 4 and my favorite out of the 4. And man, I love that face paint right there. The photoreal tech that they're using on these figures looks fantastic. I love her Joker scars right over here too. And it's just a really cool design. I love the hair color and how the paint came out for it and everything. It really looks great, man. I like this one a lot. Great deco right there on the back of the head for the tattoo. She has more tattoos, on this side right here, and those look very clean as well. I love the wraps on the arms. She's the only one that has this unique body mold, and she's the only one that has this particular vest. You can see I have the guns stored right over here. And then you can see the wrap on the other side. And then she does have the pants right over here, which are not unique compared to the other figures. So yeah, from the waist down, it's all the same, but the paint is different. You can see the ribbed pattern right inside right over there. A little empty on the back side right there, you know what I mean? It's all kind of, one flat surface going all the way through. But nice texturing right here. I do like the pinless joints. They look fantastic. I am noticing that this isn't really totally centered right here. There's times where it looks kind of weird, like the feet are kind of always pointing outward when I line up this shin guard with the knee pad. So That looks just a little off to me, but I still like the sculpt of the boots. Love that silver gunmetal gray. Nice texturing right over here. You get peg holes at the bottom of the feet. And I want to remove the vest for this one because she does have the unique torso. And you have just these 2 tabs right over here. Let's see if I could port those right back in easily because I had a hard time with that the last ones. And it looks like it's going back pretty easy. Hey, let's go ahead and take this off so we can see that body. Of course, after you remove the head, you can remove the scarf right over here. This vest off right here, and boom, we have her little tank top version right here. Looks really good. I like the sculpt of it. Very nice. Nice clean pan-apps right over here with the straps right there too. I do get a little bit of chewing on the shoulders, by the way, so I did notice that. And yeah, it looks pretty good, man. Yeah, I like it. This just turned all the way around right here. You can see her knife storage. But yeah, not looking too bad. I do like that they kept the holes in the back. Then here's looking at Eclipse, and man, look at those beautiful eyes. I really like that a lot. Is this a Hajib? Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but that's what I think it is. I could be wrong, correct me and forgive me. But I love how the teal looks. Paint applications look great. So yeah, you do get limited articulation with it, but she does come with an alternate head, which also looks great. I really like how the face paint came out. Photoreal tech looks fantastic, way better than my thumbs. See that right there. Mouth paint looks really good. Oh my god, I love this little attention to detail with the clip. Man, that is such a trip to see. I just love that. I don't know. Just shows how much care is put into these figures. You know what I mean? Just capturing a little detail like that. I really like that a lot. It's the only figure that has that there. And then she also has, you know, the other accessory that you could put around her neck if you don't want her having this over her head. And then she comes with the same vest as the other 2. So all 3 of them come with their own vests, different colors, and then the body base underneath them is the same as what we'd saw for the Republic Guard figures. I did a short on those, so you could see how the arms are the same right here, and underneath the vest is what you would get with a Republic Guard. So a lot of articulation in there, and you can see that we have the extra magazines stored right here. I love the battle damage wear to her bulletproof vest. That looks really dope. Really like that a lot. Great paint detail. Same legs as Pandora right there. Holster looks pretty good with the gun in it. You know, not much over in the back. Ooh, I do like the paint apps, and I like how the spine looks right over there. And yeah, you can see more battle damage right there on the shins, and then you get the treads and pickles at the bottom of the feet. Then here's looking at Kill Switch, and this is one of my favorite ones. I love this head sculpt. I love the flesh tone. Paint applications look great. And again, flex right here from Valaverse with this little nose ring. That looks fantastic. I love that little touch right there. Little details like that, yeah, man, they mean a lot to me. As a collector, I love seeing stuff like that. Hair looks pretty good to me, and again, same base body from the Eclipse figure. You can see different color magazines. Deco's different. Still get some wear right there. Then same holster. This gun has gray on it as opposed to the other one being all black. So you can see how the legs are painted a bit differently right over here. And I did get a break on mine. This did snap at the ankle when I was posing it around. Bobby sent me a replacement calf piece, so that was nice, and it works fine now. But yeah, just be mindful. You got to heat these up before you start posing them around, especially if it's cold. It was like 62 degrees where I was when I was posing it, and it snapped at the ankle. Didn't have to drop it or anything. No, just then Kill Switch does have an alternate head right over here, right in front of my nasty thumb. You can see the eyes look really good. So yeah, like this head sculpt right here. Looks like it's the same as the Republic Guard head sculpt actually. What do you know? It is. Yeah, just painted differently. Then lastly, we have the female Steel Brigade. Looking really good right here. Yeah, I like this design a lot. I like having the helmeted figures or the masked figures, and you get a variant head right here. I may have to get a second copy of this one so I can have one with the gold head and one with the silver. Maybe we'll go 2 silver and 1 gold. I don't know. Getting at least 3 of these actually sounds like a cool idea. But again, I love the paint details. The silver dry brushing right here, adding that battle damage, looks fantastic. The detail right here on their gloves looks great. Yeah, I do like it, man. Silver magazines right over there. Green pants. Man, looks really good. I'm happy with these. Again, this just doesn't line up perfectly right here, though. You can see, like, when you get the shin, you know, going right underneath the knee right over there. Nice touch of silver right there. Yeah, the feet are just sticking outward. It looks odd. And no nalgas. Just wish they had more nalgas, you know? There's like empty nalgas over there. So obviously with the figures that have the vests attached to them still, they're not going to have the same range of movement for the torso. But looking at Pandora over here without that on, you can see we have a neck joint hinge right here with the ball joint, and she can look up very far and look very far down. If you're to take one of these Republic Guard figures, you can see that their heads look all the way up. Same basic idea. You can move them all the way down, turn side to side, pivot a little bit right there. There's a little bit of wiggle room for pivoting. I like that. No butterfly joints, but you can move the shoulders outward about that far. You can move them inward all the way, rotate a full 360. You get a bicep swivel, pinless double jointed elbows, all the hands swivel side to side and hinge up and down, except for the trigger holding hands or the trigger hands that have the horizontal hinge. You have a diaphragm joint that bends side to side, and you can crunch forward right there and back a little bit, and then you have a waist joint or a ball joint at the waist, so you can get her moving all the way forward that much with both joints and back that much with both joints, and she can pivot that far to one side and pivot that far to the other side. You have the drop down hip feature right here, which does work a little bit better compared to some of the other figures from Valaverse. She could do the full on splits right there. That looks great, and she can kick all the way up, and she can move her legs all the way back, that far, and then she has an upper thigh cut in there, and then you have the double jointed knees, and then the boots rotate side to side. You can move them down, you can move them up, and she has beautiful ankle pivot. And just to show, you can move these double jointed elbows in all the way with the Republic Guard body mold, and then with the vest on here, you can turn the waist side to side, and it will rock back and forth and pivot just a little bit. And again, heat up these figures before you articulate them. You need to heat them up. Now to measure out these 4 figures, you can see that they're all standing at about 6.5 inches tall, and you could also see that I reattached the vest to Pandora right here, which was very easy to do. It wasn't too hard to do at all, so it looks pretty good. And then here's the Series 3 figures next to the Series 3 Republic Guard figures. I showed this one off earlier, and I do like the prices of these. They're only like $20. These ones are closer to $30. I did a short on these. If you didn't check it out, go watch it. So you can see we have our Series 3 female Action Force figures next to a couple of male Action Force figures. We have the male Steel Brigade figure, and then we have Condor. Just to move Condor over here next to Pandora. Just want to see that size difference right there. They look pretty good. I think that's a good height difference, right? I don't know. And then here's the Vala girls next to the G.I. Joe Classified Lady J figure, and you can see these figures are a little bit larger than your Hasbro female figure right here. And to bring in another G.I. Joe Classified figure, I had to compare Zorana next to Pandora right over there, just seeing them side by side. Looks pretty cool, but yeah, they are a little on the extra tall side, so maybe if they were just a little bit shorter, that might be better. Then here's the 4 figures next to your Disney Plus Kate Bishop Hawkeye figure, and when I bring this figure out here, well, yeah, they look like they scale perfectly. So much to the point, I kind of want to see a head swap over here. The ball peg shape doesn't match. I don't know. It would have been fun to do. I mean, I guess you could put the Kate Bishop head on there, but yeah, this isn't going to work out over here. That just doesn't match. And her head looks a little on the small side over here. Looks kind of funny. And then here's the Series 3 Valaverse figures. Next to your average 6-inch scale figure, we have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Oh, there's a lot of ladies over here. I was going to try to think of the most misogynistic thing I could possibly say, but then I was like, no, don't do that. Thanks. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And I gotta say, these figures are actually pretty awesome, man. I really did have a great time with them. They did bug me as far as having to heat them up, I did come across breakage just with the first series, and that was just with the yellow plastic figures from the Scarabs. But I thought after that I wouldn't experience it, and I did experience it again with a couple of these figures. So just be mindful of heating them up. That's like the only thing I gotta say, is once you've got them heated up and everything, then you're good to go. You do have to go back to heat up the hands. It's not like a one and done kind of thing with those. With the knees, you gotta heat them up and then really loosen up those knees, and then you'll be good. The hands, the hands are actually my biggest gripe over anything else. I almost don't want to swap out the hands at all because they're just so stiff to yank out and everything. But other than that, man, the head sculpts are fantastic. I love the posability. I love the accessories. I think you're getting a great value right here with the purchase. I mean, they all cost around 30 bucks, which is not too bad, man. I gotta say, I really do like these figures, you know? They're pretty dope. And I love that I could take the vests off and put them back on. I only did it with Pandora, but I feel safe about doing it with the other ones too. So anyway, at that price point, around 30 bucks, I'm gonna give these Valaverse Series 3 figures a Sud rating of...
I love it!
I'd like to know what you guys think, you know? And that's 30 bucks a piece. Not too bad at all, man. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you want to see a photo gallery of images and the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.